first time I ever met R.J. Jarvis was at William Penn University. He was in Cinderella wears combat boots, and I didn't see him for a long time after that. And I was up at the state capitol one day, and I looked across in the Capitol Rotunda and saw this guy with a camera, and I recognized him, but I couldn't place who he was. All of a sudden it hit me, and I said, "That's the fairy godmother." And the whole group just went, huh? They didn't know what was going on. It was a comical situation. He's a remarkable young man. He's worked really hard, and it's a great honor to get involved in politics at the level he did, and then worked so hard to become the one male delegate statewide to get seated at a national convention. It's just tremendous for him. I was involved when he was talking, when he called his mother after he got elected, and if he could have flown off the ground, he would have.
So I gave it a shot, and it all worked out. I beat the mayor of Davenport, Iowa, and also a senator from Coralville, Iowa, and they were the front runners, so to speak, for the spot. Everyone thought it was going to come down to them, and lo and behold, this kid from Oskaloosa gives this speech that everyone was like raving about, apparently, and he wins.
Let's watch RJ get in a car accident.
Well, hopefully not. Just getting ready for this convention is kind of a bit challenging. I don't even have a map of Denver yet.
They don't even give you a map?
No, they didn't give me a map of
They
Denver.
just expect you to know how to go to get where you're going.
I think my packet was set up by my alternate, possibly, or one of the alternates that wanted to make sure they got to these events.
Evil genius.
Yeah, that'd be a plan right there.
Just don't give them a map.
To me, it's kind of interesting to see all the different candidates people are supporting and have supported, but I will probably never put a bumper sticker on my car. One, I think it's a little bit bad luck, and two, I don't want to be stuck with a sticker for a candidate that didn't win after the election is over.
It's like getting a tattoo of a woman that you're no longer dating.
Yeah, it is kind of like that.
What was happening yesterday on Sunday?
Yesterday was a reception, just to basically welcome to town, get to meet and greet a lot of people.
I've been watching what he's doing at the convention, and he's not one of those people that sits around and waits for people to come to him. He's talking about politics, he's talking about what he's doing, and really getting to know people, and the respect level for him has just been phenomenal.
You had somebody sing a song for you last night.
Ran into a street performer, as it were, and he wanted to sing a blues song. So I decided, why not? You don't get to do that too often. You don't see that a lot in Oskaloosa, of course.
I don't know too much. Oops. I can't lose when I remember.
Was he good?
I'm not an acoustic guitar expert, but the song was worth listening to. He was entertaining. He gave me a smile, so might as well give him a couple dollars.
Any good advice yesterday, last night?
Well, the best advice I probably got was from my aunt, who told me to get a cell phone that I could keep numbers on for just this week, because I've already met some people that I probably don't want to speak to after this week.
A lot of wheelers and dealers.
A lot of wheelers and dealers.
In fact, I think you said last night that about 70% of the people there were not
Yeah, one of the
delegates.
surprising things. My name's RJ.
Thanks for coming, buddy. I just want to welcome you all to the Mile High City. But remember one thing. At this altitude, one drink is a double. Be careful about that. Your best friend in the morning is a Tylenol. But we welcome you to Denver. It's going to be a great week. You're going to enjoy yourselves. You're going to see a spectacular convention. You're going to see a Democratic Party united. If you want to know something, I welcome the chance to help President Obama turn this country around. Thank
Good job.
And so deference, that was, so that Now we are in the Cosmopolitan room downstairs in the Courtyard Marriott in Denver for the breakfast where we met with Tom Harkin.
So this is mostly about meeting and greeting, right?
It's basically a daily briefing that we have to go over different things that are happening for the day.
To get an Iowa pin, please go to the credential desk and pick up your Iowa.
Apparently I need to pick up my Iowa convention pin as well.
Very exciting.
This is kind of a learning process here, being my first convention.
Will all delegates, standing committee members, and alternates make their way to the stairs.
RJ, so I feel like I know you.
I just saw a little bit earlier, those photo prices are a little bit high, so I think I'm going to pass on one. Hopefully I'll be able to see it some other time. But this is my hotel room. I got a special Denver National Convention, Democratic National Convention DNC card. This card is actually made out of harvested wood, and it's supposed to be better because it's recycled. I got a large stack of papers because I haven't even been in my room yet. And I'm going to take a sneak peek at what $239 a night gets you. I don't know about these wood cards.
So you and your mom are going to stay here, right?
Yeah, we're going to stay here.
That's cool. You probably haven't seen her in a while.
I have not seen my mom since, wow, probably since Christmas or graduation. You see we have a terrific view of the inside of the hotel.
Yeah, it's a fantastic staircase. So the cards are sustainable. What else is sustainable here?
Of course, they have the bike taxis,
right?
Which are a lot more environmentally friendly.
The DNC has been pretty gnarly. I mean, we're doing 14-hour days and Sunday, a week straight with everybody in town and stuff. So huge amounts of business for us.
In the wintertime, the bicyclists wear sweatpants and apparently have a snowplow on the front of their bikes. That's just a joke. Down on 16th Street Mall, at least, I saw that they were hybrid buses, and that's where this hotel's located off of. It's the main street that goes through the town that's not for cars. Other than that, I got my first gift of any kind, and that's the Yes We Can from the pro-choice delegation of the NARAL group. They have several different minority caucuses that they have for African Americans, Native Americans, Asian Pacific, and other ethnic groups. That's actually what it's called, other ethnic groups. So if you're an other ethnic group, you also have a place. But other than that, got about 20 minutes to get there, so we're gonna hurry up.
RJ had a kind of a political bent to him for a while?
The only thing I can think of is when he was in middle school, I think he ran for a little class office, but he worked at a senator's office, a state senator's office for one summer, but he didn't indicate to me he had any interest in a political career. It's a little overwhelming. I don't know what to expect, and this is a situation where I'm kind of taking the back seat and I'm the guest, so I'm leaving it up to him to show me the ropes because I have no idea. I'm out of my element totally.
Can I make it a matter of record that you'd love to have RJ in the family if you could find him an eligible young lady that you're related to?
We both have picks for him. He's perfect. brought his mother to the convention. That tells me everything.
And it tells me everything too. And I have a daughter who's waiting for God to send her a husband, and I'm mama and I'm hoping send her a husband. Yeah, so.
Hey, well, stranger things have happened.
That's right.
RJ, give me some indication. Walk us through what happened today.
The big moment, of course, tonight was, of course, the convention. There were a lot of big-time speakers there tonight. Michelle Obama gave a terrific speech, and I hope that hit home with a lot of the people that were skeptical about her.
Each of us comes here also by way of our own improbable journey. I come here tonight as a wife who loves my husband and believes he will be an extraordinary president.
I saw a lot of women in the audience who had tears in their eyes at moments during her speech, and there was a good moment when Barack Obama came on one of the little telestrators and said, basically, he was a persistent fellow, and that's what America needs as a president, is someone that's persistent. I don't know if he's going to buy everyone in America ice cream like he bought Michelle, but hopefully he can deliver on some of that promise. Other than that, there's been a lot of rallies going on that are probably making at least national news. A lot of anti-abortion, pro-abortion, anti-gay, post-same-sex marriage groups that are out there voicing their opinions quite vehemently.
These people are straight from the dark ages. They're crazy Christian fascist fanatics.
We all recall seeing images of those people tragically crying out for help from the impact zones. If steel was melting in there, surely their flesh and bones would have melted as well.
As you can see, there's a lot of different issues going on in Denver right now. I think the city, I talked to my aunt about it, she's been to a couple conventions. The city's a little bit small for a convention this big. It seems like a lot of the resources in the town are getting overwhelmed and exhausted, be it bike taxis or even other taxis. So it's been a lot. Like Chris, the cameraman that's doing this right now, is currently waiting for a cab that could show up anytime within the next 2 hours. And it's already almost close to 1 o'clock in the morning. So if I seem a little slow, a little bit tired, that's why.
Today, I'm actually getting settled in, getting started, getting a quick bite to eat before we go out to the convention a little bit earlier today. All the Iowa delegation is getting together to, thank you.
Our Governor Chuck Collier speaking.
Yeah, as she just said, today the entire Iowa delegation is going to get together to experience a speech. Are you going up?
I'm going up.
Okay, I'll go up and go down. Is going to be listening to a speech by Chet Culver. He's actually going to open up the convention tonight at the Pepsi Center. And that's a pretty big deal. There's 50 governors, and Iowa's governor is going to get the chance to take the floor. So we're trying to get together to support him, and we're all going to leave at the same time. Good call, good call. Are you from Iowa?
No, no.
Okay. Where are you from?
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
So who are you here with?
Pharmaceutical research manufacturers.
Pharmaceutical research?
Pharma, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of food to eat, and I didn't want to eat it in front of everybody.
So you have to kind of eat on the run.
Literally.
It's been pretty busy?
Yeah, I did a lot of planning today for the rest of the week and decided how I want to run it, because yesterday was kind of crazy, a little bit stressful, but I'm working really hard on picking and choosing when it'll be better to
figuring out how to pace yourself?
Yeah, pace myself, but you really can't pace yourself here. It's full blast the whole way. Once you're in the convention, you're pretty much in there because it gets pretty busy, pretty gridlocked. A lot of people want to see things and nobody wants to move too much, so you're pretty much on the floor. This thing looks full. You guys want to scoot over there?
So you're a pretty high-powered delegate. Pretty wanted position.
Well, yeah, there are wanted positions, definitely.
How did you become a delegate?
Well, what we do is we have a couple of elections we have caucuses in Iowa for the Democratic Party. I think that's really a great thing to see is a lot of schools in the area are investing time into sending these students down here to Denver to check this out.
Yeah, it's a magic dunce cap. 30 right-wing lies on here, 30 of 1,000, and it's to be sent to right-wing friends to be purchased by normal, clear-thinking people for $14.95 anonymously.
What issues are important to you in this upcoming election?
Well, if people would just concentrate on the important things and not a guy's name and misconstrue everything that he's about, and you know, you can have the greatest person in the world, and the right wing will believe bad things about him if they hear it enough from O'Reilly and Hannity and Limbaugh. And these people, you know, it's time we stood up to them.
And are you going to go to the? Are you going to go to the speech, the acceptance speech?
No, I did not get credentials to get in there, believe it or not. I just want to get on the periphery.
The thing of it is, you can't get within a quarter mile of the Pepsi Center.
I know.
This is what I was talking about earlier.
The bikes. Well, they are trying to keep this thing very green, and it's a good thing to see, especially in a city like Denver with all the traffic there is already with this convention, that they're actually taking extreme measures to make sure there's environmental options here.
So this is just a temporary thing for Denver, then?
Well, the mayor actually has committed to 70 bikes. We're leaving here, and he's going to help work that system so that we can continue it on in Denver.
I've never ridden a pedal brake since I was a
Hey, well, you know, you could be young again, right?
I guess so. How fun.
An event like this is the perfect opportunity to gauge the legitimacy of any pet project you might have. There's people here that would have expertise from all different areas. I ran into a guy yesterday, actually brought his credentials to him, and I was just doing a favor, didn't know anything about the guy. I got to know him a little bit after I brought the credentials. He was actually on the entertainment caucus for the United States, and he offered me to link up with him when I get out to Los Angeles sometime, whenever that may be.
That'd be a cool opportunity.
And I did the favor, he wanted to pay me. I said, you know, wouldn't it be nice to get a favor, no strings attached? And honestly, that's what I meant. Because
well, just like The Godfather, right?
we need more, just like The Godfather. I didn't give him an offer he couldn't refuse, but
The long journey to this historic convention began on a cold winter's night in the great state of Iowa. This summer in Iowa, we saw the motivating power of hope and determination when our state was hit with one of the worst natural disasters in U.S. history. Despite 3 tornadoes and 500-year flood levels, countless Americans rallied to help us. So on behalf of every Iowan, I want to say thank you for assisting us.
And you were a delegate in the 1988 convention, which had Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, it was the 88 convention in Atlanta. Jesse Jackson and Mr. Dukakis.
And how would you compare that was 20 years ago, literally?
That was 20 years ago, yeah. From an enthusiasm standpoint and an excitement standpoint, nothing can match this. Like I say, this is my 4th convention. And for a Monday nights are pretty cut and dry. You've got your normal speakers that are up trying to get the crowd into it. Last night's Monday night almost as matched most of the Thursday nights in past campaigns. It was just full of excitement and emotions all over the place.
Oh yeah, for Hillary Clinton's speech, I ran about 5 blocks after a long meeting that I had to go to. There's no warning that they were going to close off the doors, but apparently they were at fire code. So when I walked in, I made my puppy dog eyes, but I didn't get in. Found out later I wasn't the only Iowa delegate not to be able to get in. In fact, former Governor Vilsack was not able to get in, so I heard Ashley Judd got in.
Elections have consequences. And when we win in November, we will prove it.
You know, Senator Clinton and all the Clinton delegates, really a big round of applause. We yesterday received ballots. This is the official voting sheet from the 2008 Democratic National Convention. It has all of the delegates' names on the sheet. There was a box. There were boxes. There was a box to vote for Obama, Clinton, other, or abstain.
The role of a delegate in the convention is to participate in the caucuses, and you're able to have input, but it's an educational opportunity as well. You many times have tremendous speakers, so you're involved in the process that way. But also a delegate's responsibility is helping people, guiding them into the electoral process. When you listen to the speeches and the enthusiasm of the crowd, That energy level is something that you as a delegate are able to take back to your area.
I've tried to go to as many of the different types of meetings, at least as I could. Of course, I had some interest in going to the African American caucus today. I didn't know what was going to happen there. I didn't know if it was going to be a discussion or if it was going to be speeches or if it was just going to be a reception like most of the events have been. And it turned out to be speeches, and the first person I walked in and saw was Al Sharpton.
We are not trying to do anything but make this country better. The fight for blacks, the fight for Latinos, the fight for Asians is a fight for America to live up to the true creed it professes. So don't go for debate about what this means for black folk. What this means for all folk is what this is about. I was glad to hear what Hillary Clinton said last night, because we need to be together. Sometimes we hurt one another's feelings, but we have nobody but each other. Sometimes your teeth bite your tongue, but you don't yank your teeth out your mouth, your tongue heals, and we keep on going.
It was exciting to, even though I was at this African American caucus, that there was a focus on something higher than race, because we're all tied together in this thing. Whether you're African American or any other ethnicity, we're all here.
Come gather round people wherever you're on, and admit that the waters around you have grown.
What do you think of your job as a delegate so far? Do you like it?
Oh, this is the best part of being a delegate, this convention here. The other conventions, there are a lot more work. There's a lot more voting, reading about issues and understanding different things. Here it's kind of like the culmination of that. If you think about how you do college fairs and different things like that, this is the only thing I really can compare it to. You go to the college fair, you go to the meet and greet days, you get all the candy, all the perks, and then you go to school and you do all the work. Here it's kind of like the opposite. You did all the work to get here, and now this is kind of like the culmination of it all. Barack Obama's speech. His speech last night wasn't a speech of a person asking to be president of the United States. It was a very presidential speech. It had a tone and a feel of someone saying to the country, I'm here to lead you.
I stand before you tonight because all across America, something is stirring. What the naysayers don't understand is that this election has never been about me. It's about you.
I really feel like I got to understand the feelings of everybody in this country in just this week. This is one of those things that happens very rarely in your life where you get to get a taste of just about every part of America at the same time.
So what is next for you as a person?
What's next for me as a person? I was going to move out to Portland, Oregon to work for Grassroots Campaigns, and that is an organization that streamlines a bunch of different campaigns within the United States and puts people to work on them at the ground level. Instead, I will still be working with Grassroots Campaigns, but more closely with MoveOn.org to get voters out in swing states. I also look to build on the contacts that I made here to continue to draw information from them, and I'd love to come back to Iowa. Iowa has been, you know, there's no other way to say it. Iowa's been a blessing for me to be coming out of this year, this time, is something special.